Hello again, welcome to part 2. Sorry for the confusion. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida, in the backyard at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery with small containers, a Modern Masters orange. There are very few colors in this collection, so somebody asked me what it was called, and I don't know because it's in a bottle already. But what I want to do is, I don't know if I'm going to do a sun or a moon, but I want to mix some of my Deco Art Americana gold and see what I get right here, right now, for you guys. Because you guys have the funny impression that you can't mix paints together. And my impression is, if it's acrylic, even if it's a latex with acrylic, it's still going to be good. So that's not as hot as I was hoping for. Maybe a little more orange. Bright orange. And see what I can get out of this. See if I like it. And tomorrow, when the sky is dry and I feel I want some clouds or something, boy, that's very orange. I don't know. Let's just start with that. And figured that the darkness of the color will be on the outside if I decide to add something in the center. And we will find out together if that separates. I really feel like this sky probably needs some clouds, and I'm sorry this is going to be a really short video if I don't do much of anything other than add some of the color that I have in that dish to the edges of my cliffs. To spread the color, I'm just going around in the circle around the outside and then going back in and spiraling out the center again. See if I can do it further away. I'd like to keep it round. I don't mind how big it gets. I keep GAC 800 by Golden in all of my paint mixes, so if something's heavy, it won't crack when it dries. I was addicted right out of the gate with things I saw along the way that I watched myself and other people pour away that I don't want to do anymore. I have this habit of pulling little things out from the sun, but I don't think I really want to do that this time. I say that, and then I think, oh well, wouldn't that be cool anyway? I kind of want to put some gold around there. I don't know what it's going to do, though. I do know that having glasses over here is not as helpful as having them on my face. Hey, I can see. So I'm going to go ahead and take a risk. Because the worst case scenario is I have to blow it out and make it bigger. And best case scenario is it turns into something cool and I can share it with you guys. That's kind of cool. I don't think it's going to stay that way. So the second set of drops I'm putting onto the canvas and bringing it into the sun. And yeah, it's a little stylized and it's very illustrative, but so the whole thing is kind of that way. The only one I don't like is down here, but that's going to prompt me to spin everything around very gently. And make a funky pattern in my sun. Which I should really be willing to drag out, but only if I have a very nice sharp pointed skewer that I'm willing to be very cautious about. As in, I really want to put clouds in the sky, but it's not the time to do it right now. Because the paint is sticky. I think I started to tell you guys that and I didn't get to finish. Well, that's cool, but all it makes me want to do is even up this large gold lump down here needs to be joined by an equidistant lump somewhere else, like everywhere else. And I think that that will do it. I hope so. I don't mind if it's funky. Funky Sunny. Sounds like a bad lounge act. Is that enough gold? I don't know. I don't usually put gold onto the sharp end of the skewer. I really don't want to mess this up because I really like it. More than I thought, too, when I started. See if there's any more places that I could... I wonder if I can pull that back in. I should do that. Cautiously. This is all the skewers are very sharp. You want to be very careful. So yeah, there I go. Pulling my mark in instead of trying to pull it all the way out. Noticing where anything is missing. See that bird in the sky? It's like a little painting inside a painting. I think tomorrow that little spot's going to get covered. Just pulling little rays or tendrils out. Trying to make them look somewhat even. Sunflares! That's what they are. They're sunflares. Sunflower sun. Now we have a title. And I think that is pretty cool. Get a little spiral in there before it gets completely set up. Oh look, I've got some canvas showing that I don't need to have showing. And that's that. So, I told you guys I was going to mention the Facebook groups, and I have Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group for students, and Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Fans and Collectors for fans and collectors who might happen to be looking for some place to see as many of the artworks as I've finished editing from YouTube. The question for me is, do I want to add some sunlight to anything on the edge of my cliffs? And I think the answer is got to be no, but it's so tempting to try, and I love to play. So I'm going to take my gold really briefly and just add a few little things. Because I can. Hey, that's the name of my book on the Amazon, like you know that. That's not bothering me. And I am just dotting it with the tiny little end of the skewer. And I might try the fat end just to see what happens. Whatever I do over here, I'm going to have to do over here, though. I got some really cool cells over there. So that gold is going right into the black enamel, which is a gloss in this case. This is going to be Dry Gulch or something. Dry Gulch and Funky Sun. Funky Sunny, the bad lounge act. Yeah, I know. I'm completely whacked. Sometimes. I'm not bothered by any of that. I like it. And because it's not yellow, it's not going to turn green, right, Priscilla? So almost done, and I like that. That's different. Well, maybe it's the same as a few things, but it's still different than a lot of things that other people do. And I always like that. But you're welcome, you know, to copy things at any point in time. They're never going to turn out the same. My dad taught me a long time ago that some of the best artists in the world practice by copying other great artists. You have to do that. I'm not saying I'm a great artist, I'm just saying, you know, copy somebody, emulate somebody you like, and you can always give them credit on the back of your painting if you do a direct copy, especially if they're long dead. My dad has some beautiful paintings. Alright, I like the gold on the edge of my cliff. That's pretty cool. If I want to add dimension, I just have to add a little gold down and further so that it looks like Some places are catching the light. And that's a neat effect. I like that. I'm almost out of gold. But a few little marks here and there never hurt anybody. And you may not see, there may not be a part 3. Ooh, that looks like I need a cloud there. Maybe if this dries in the next 10 seconds. No, that's not going to happen. Yeah, there'll probably be some pink clouds. That sun looks awfully, awfully dark. I'm going to wipe off my skewer. I don't know if I can blend it or not, but I want to try. I think I could probably put dots around there, and I'm inclined to go for it. All about the sun. Hopefully my head isn't in the way the whole time. It probably is. So now I have a little bit lighter color in there. And I can get that pulled back in. Alright, so I love you guys. There's 85,000 of you. I hope you never stop making the wonderful comments that cheer me up while I lose half or 2/3 of my income at YouTube. I do sell my artwork, so if you want to help support the studio, there's 2 ways to go about that. And one is purchasing the artwork or any merchandise that I have on Fine Art America or Pixels.com. You can find a Shop Now button on Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Totes and More page on Facebook. And even if you just want to go check it out, if you want to help me and you can't help me in a financial way, watching the videos longer is a big assistance. I see canvas and it's not something I want to see there. So I'm going to take just a little bit of that gold, touch it up. I could probably do that tomorrow too. I don't know why I was compelled to do that now. Come on down. Come on, drip. Yeah, I'm sorry that that's the way it works as far as it goes, because I know I'm not the only one that fast forwards through things. But I love you guys. And I want you to check the Amazon link for something you might need at no added cost to you. It's the blue link underneath Show More, underneath the video. And all the shopping you do helps me out. Eventually, it adds up sometimes. And I have 2 books. Expressionist Art Studio Gallery's books are Volume 1, Because I Can. Volume 2 is Unlimited Possibilities. This is, as I may have said 100 million times by now, Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard. So happy that you're here. Thank you for being here. If you're looking for tomorrow's video, look on Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group for Students, or on my community board, where you can also find the PayPal and Patreon links. It's a $10 minimum to get in the monthly drawing, but there are multiple paintings and books, and I'm going to give away a class to somebody who might be lucky enough to be local. I'm going to fix that with a cloud tomorrow. Alright, I love you guys. Sure, I forgot something. I always do. Well, I almost always do. But no matter what, I'll probably be back tomorrow, so keep an eye out. I had a fingerprint. I still have a fingerprint. I'm going to fix that. Well, I would if I could get some paint to come out. Alright, you guys. Bye for now. I'll see you anon. Love you.